Yo, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? Your boy IronAngel here. We're about to react to Mojo's top 20 Batman movies. If you see my the video before this one, I gave my top 20. Well, I was going to say my top 10, but then I went to 20 myself and gave my thoughts on the best Batman movies. And like I said, some of them, after thinking about it, I literally just did the video, but after thinking about it, I could switch some around. But, you know, I will say the top 5 are not going anywhere. Yeah. But the other ones, they could be moving around. They could be moved around. But anyway, the point of that video was to react to this. But then I'm a huge Batman fan. I just got these movies like I showed in the last video. I got excited and it wound up being a long video. I didn't want to make it an hour. So I said I'll do this one next. But it's all good. More content for y'all. And this video is going for, they says 27 minutes and 39 seconds. So I'm going to see what Mojo has and let y'all know if I agree or not. But at the end of the day, it's all fun. Doesn't mean that they're wrong. It doesn't mean that I'm wrong, or it's all a point of view. So anyway, again, like I said last video, let me know what you think is the best Batman movies. And let's get right into it. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Why bats lost away?
That's frightened me. This time my enemies shared my dread.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 Batman movies.
I've seen you go through similar phases in 2016 and 2012 and 2008 and 2005 and 1997 and 1995 and 1992 and 1989 and that weird one in 1966.
For this list, we'll be looking at the best of the Dark Knight solo efforts in feature film format. Since we're focusing on movies where the story is mostly about the Caped Crusader and the Bat family, crossover tales like Batman v Superman won't be getting a mention.
That's what I did last episode too. I didn't add Batman v Superman because of that reason.
Holy Bat movie list viewer, did we miss anything? Let us know your Bat thoughts by sounding off in the Batcave of comments below.
I'm going to try to keep the video going as I'm talking, so that because it's a long video, so I'm going to try to just give my points and let you know what I think as the video's going on. So I'm not going to pause as much.
Batman Forever.
This new criminal's pattern.
That's an underrated Batman.
Puzzles has Gothamites calling him the Riddler.
Apparently, you and Batman have a common enemy.
When Warner Brothers wanted a more family-friendly Caped Crusader tale, director Joel Schumacher and new Batman Val Kilmer stepped into the Bat Signal light. The results of their team-up were unexpected, to say the least. The sets were more extravagant, the dialogue was campy, and the villains made 3-course meals out of the scenery.
Hey, Two-Face, show me how to punch
Jim Carrey still makes me laugh in this movie.
Ball up the fist, reach way back, and assert yourself. That looks like fun. Let me try.
Despite the movie's flaws,
they gotta keep showing that clip.
Added elements to the Batsuit, there's still things to love about the final product.
Yeah, it was a fun Batman movie.
And duality of the character well. And it's admittedly amusing to see him in the film's most over-the-top scenes. While Batman Forever wasn't exactly adored by fans at the time, it was a box office hit that's still fun to revisit today.
I don't want any more of these kind of movies. I like the Dark Knight and the Batman and Ben Affleck kind of, movies, but still, at the time, this was fun.
Because I choose to be.
Number 19. Batman Gotham Knights.
Dang, I forgot about Gotham Knights in my last list. See, that's why I said I had to change something. I knew I forgot something. Gotham Knights was very, I like that.
Released in 2008 as a tie-in feature with The Dark Knight, Batman Gotham Knights is a collection of short films that depict the rise of the Batman on Gotham City streets. Each story focuses on a different villain or psychological challenge that the Dark Knight must overcome. Since it is pretty much canon to the Dark Knight trilogy, the shorts incorporate elements and characters from the live-action pictures.
Jonathan Crane, aka the Scarecrow. It has to be. He's been at large since that night in the Narrows.
What makes each segment shine is that the animation styles vary, while the legendary actor Kevin Conroy portrays Batman throughout. This collection was roundly praised as providing viewers with a fresh perspective of the Dark Knight. The visual and story risks that these shorts take help give the complete film a timeless feel.
But your pain is beyond my abilities. Perhaps yours as well. For your pain is leading you down a path you desire.
Dang, I cannot believe I forgot about that one.
Batman Return of the Caped Crusaders.
Come on, Robin.
That was not on my top 20 list. It was good,
To the Batmobile.
Could have Adam
After
West
playing
back.
Batman in the 1960s, Adam West made a glorious return to the role for this animated feature. He was joined by Burt Ward and Julie Newmar, reprising their roles as Robin and Catwoman respectively. Their voices shine in a cast full of Batman's best rogues and recurring characters.
Batman, from the look of things, you're happy to see me.
You know I am, doll.
Listen, Batman, Catwoman's batnip worked, only very slowly.
All of them star in an absurd plot that takes the Caped Crusaders from the scene of a robbery
it was cool.
to the
That just wasn't
vastness
top
of
20,
space.
in my opinion.
The film is packed full of all the campy camaraderie that the original shows were known for. Its jazzy underscore, colorful action, and tongue-in-cheek humor also kept us thoroughly entertained. Holy return to form, Batman!
Up with your flippers, you unholy three, and hope that I leave enough of you to put behind prison bars.
Number 17,
Yep.
Batman, Hush.
Underrated.
You're going after Ivy and I want in.
I have a code. Revenge isn't part of it.
This grim and thrilling drama shows that being close to the Dark Knight can have disastrous consequences. As Bruce pursues a romance with Catwoman and tries to rekindle a friendship with his friend Tommy Elliot, a mysterious bandaged villain named Hush commits horrible acts. Batman's forced to uncover the secret behind who this antagonist really is while avoiding a collection of his most dangerous supervillains. This compelling adventure features fantastic fight scenes and the Dark Knight nearly breaking his one rule.
Do not make me do this! Not over him! I won't let you throw your life away!
While readers may have seen this story in comics, the animated movie makes a few changes to surprise fans of the story.
Yeah, that's what I said
Although
last video.
We'll
A few
stay
changes.
quiet about the secrets.
It was still a good
we'll
movie.
Definitely recommend that you see how the mystery unfolds.
The events of the past months reach as high as Superman and as low as the Joker. All were set into motion by Hush.
Number 16, Batman the Movie.
That wasn't on my list.
All right, enough pictures.
I mean, good, especially for its time, but
You're lucky the
it wasn't on my
dynamic duo
top
will
20.
talk to you at all.
While modern audiences might think Adam West's live-action version of Batman is off base for the brooding vigilante, his lighter narratives were reflective of the source material at the time. That's why it's so great to watch him in a campy 1966 movie where Batman and
You
Robin
put this
are
next
tasked
to
with stopping an evil alliance
this
of
Batman,
notorious
bro.
villains.
Put them right next
Along
to
the
each
way,
other.
they have to stop a dehydrating
different
machine,
movies.
avoid torpedoes from a penguin submarine, and dispose of a bomb.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Thanks to the committed performances of the cast, the movie radiates with charm. Audiences are way too busy laughing at silly scenarios to worry about logic.
Hand me down the shark repellent bat spray.
Shark
If you're looking
repellent
for
bat
a
spray,
fun
bro.
blast from Batman's past, grab your shark repellent and give this classic a chance. Number 15, Batman
Yes.
and Mr. Freeze, Sub.
That was in my top 10.
A gift for you. I found it in the snow.
The only
Fragile
Batman movie to
beauty
make me
clinging
cry.
to life in this frozen wasteland. Like you, Nora.
During this gripping story, Mr. Freeze leaves his isolated existence to save his wife Nora's life. He soon discovers that the only way to keep her alive is to put Batgirl through a potentially fatal organ transplant. While Mr. Freeze prepares for this dangerous surgery, Batman and Robin race to save their ally's life. The high stakes and the villain's sympathetic motivations kept viewers frozen in front of their screens during the narrative.
If this place starts to blow, get out of here.
I won't leave without you.
Go! We're running out of
It
time.
was very
Its
emotional.
unique art style also makes it stand out amongst the many, many Batman films out there. And the brilliant vocal performances also make every character feel real. This serious Mr. Freeze story will give you chills.
We're going to finish this.
You're insane. The whole place.
If they ever do a live action, I said this in the last video, they better do it right.
We're not leaving until
Because,
you perform that operation.
you feel
Number
for Mr.
14,
Freeze.
Son of Batman.
So Mother has made me your responsibility.
Something like that.
This isn't necessary. I do fine by myself.
So do I. But things have changed.
Batman's relatively normal life in Gotham is upended when League of Assassins member Talia reveals that they have a son together named Damian. As she pursues the sinister Deathstroke, Bruce
I really
must
hope
try
Ben
to keep
Affleck
his
comes
only
back. I want to
child
see
from embracing
Deathstroke
a killer
and
instinct.
his Batman
Despite
in the
the
same
dark
universe.
premise of
Like,
the
oh
story,
man, bro.
the son of Batman has a
I
lot of
hope
great
so.
humor.
WB, come on, man, write the check for him.
What if I
Whatever they
missed?
want. Zack Snyder's Justice League as well.
It would have hurt.
It's awesome to see Bruce and Damian bounce off each other while learning how to work together. And since this movie is part of an extended universe, it does a great job at setting up the duo's relationship for future films.
Yeah, Teen
Their
Titans.
film is ultimately both a great foundation
Justice
and
League, Justice
standalone
League
tale
War.
about an unlikely father and
I
son.
mean, not War, but
Let's go home, Damien.
You know what I mean? I forgot the
I'll
last. What was the last Justice League one?
I know
The
how.
one with Darkseid. That was crazy.
Number 13, Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker.
Joker's back in town.
Crazy in a good way. But this movie here too.
Oh no, your old eyes do not deceive you, Brucey.
Years
glad
after
Mark
an
Hamill
elderly
came back.
Bruce was forced to retire from being a hero in the field, the young and edgy Terry McGinnis stepped up as Batman. Their successful partnership is threatened when a thought-to-be-dead Joker makes a terrifying comeback. In order to figure out how the clown appeared in the future, Terry must look into the dark past of Bruce and his allies.
So how is it possible he could still be around after all this time?
That story,
It's not
bro.
possible.
When Batman tells
died years
Barbara
ago.
tells McGinnis
You're
about the
sure?
past, what happened to
I was
Robin.
there.
The movie
One
does
of the
a
darkest
wonderful
animated
job of
times,
giving
bro.
every main
Especially at that
character
time of
their own
Batman, one of the
arc
darkest
and
stories ever.
motivations.
But
It
that's
also
Batman.
repeatedly reminds us of the heavy toll that a life of crime fighting can take.
And that's the craziness
packed
of
with
Joker. Yeah, that right
tremendous
there, bro.
twists and haunting scenes. This story goes above and beyond to deliver a fantastic tale of two Batmen.
Yeah, it was really
the
good.
real Batman never talked to you much, did he? That's probably why you were so fixated on him.
Don't play psychoanalyst with me, boy.
Good movie.
Oh, I don't
It
need
was
a
good.
degree to figure you out.
Number 12, Batman Year
Oh, that's
One.
another one I forgot.
I'd
Oh
rather
my
die
goodness. So Gotham Knights and Year
wait
One. See, I told y'all some things could change. Man, I know some of y'all already in the comments already
While
told
we
me like, yo, what
typically
about this
picture
one,
Batman
bro?
as a composed hero who's always at the top of his game, Batman Year One showed us a much more inexperienced Dark Knight.
Yeah.
As Bruce struggles to become a feared vigilante, new GCPD Lieutenant Jim Gordon learns how corrupt Gotham truly is. The narrative
It was like
provides
you could tell the
great
difference. Let's say
origin
even
stories for
this
both
one, the Batman,
and
he
his
was 2
eventual
years in.
police partner.
You could tell the
At the
fighting
same
style
time,
and the
we
strategy
get
style of this
incredible
that
imagery
Batman and
and
Ben
voice
Affleck's,
acting.
who's been Batman for
You've
20
eaten
years.
well.
It's completely
You've
different.
eaten Gotham's
And
well.
I like that. You gotta show
Its
experience.
spirit, but your feast is nearly over. From this moment on, none of you are safe.
While the stellar Bryan Cranston plays the lieutenant, Ben McKenzie, who
The Gotham
ironically
show was
played
decent.
Gordon
It
on
wasn't
Gotham,
amazing.
is
Some of the things
Bruce.
was like crazy
The
what they was
duo's
doing, like,
fantastic
and not in a
chemistry
good way.
and fascinating history
was okay.
made
Had
Batman
some
Year
good
One
moments.
look like an exhilarating time.
Somebody's threatened to poison the Gotham Reservoir. Calls himself the Joker. I've got a friend coming who might be able to help.
Number 11,
Yeah.
Batman vs.
Court of
Robin.
Owls, that was
After
really
all
good.
these months together, all I've taught you, you revert to the assassin your grandfather wanted you to be.
I could have done it easily, but I didn't. Out of respect for you.
Although Damian tried dealing out justice,
I wouldn't
instead of
mind that being
vengeance,
the
a new villain named
Batman
Talon
2
encourages
through
the
Court
young
of Owls. I
sidekick
wouldn't
to
mind
take
that.
a more brutal approach.
Even though,
Batman
like I
has
said
to
last video, I
struggle
want
to
the
keep his
Mask of
son
the
on the right
Phantasm.
path without falling into the clutches of the frightening Court of Owls. Not only does the movie deliver on Bruce and Damian's fight, but it also raises great moral questions.
Now is the time to step across that line. Become what you were born to be, or I promise you, I will find someone else.
It's just... I have to be sure.
It also makes sure that all the heroes and villains are three-dimensional characters that you can get invested in. And if all that wasn't great enough, Batman vs. Robin makes sure to sneak in clever nods to the rich Batman mythos. Even if Bruce and Damian didn't trade blows, this layered movie would still be superb.
Yeah, they even have
You
to
and the
show
court
them
tried
two
to
fight.
take
This
control
scene
of my
was really
city,
good too.
Destroy my home. But worst of all,
They attacked his mansion.
messed with my kid. So this is gonna hurt. And I'm gonna enjoy it.
Number 10, Batman
Yep.
Under the Red Hood.
Hard to forget that night.
That definitely deserves to be top 10.
In a way, Batman, this was the site of your first great failure.
I knew it was going to be good.
Greatest.
This was
amazing,
though.
If you ask any fan of the Dark Knight's animated movies, they'll name Batman Under the Red Hood as one of their favorites. The dark narrative kicks off with a huge bang when we see Jason Todd's Robin meet his demise at the Joker's hands. Sometime after Bruce's grim loss, his surrogate son returns as the violent vigilante Red Hood. The duo's opposing ideals of how to stop crime strain their already fractured relationship.
I'm doing what you won't. I'm taking them out.
That's another reason I want Ben Affleck's Batman to come back, because I'm pretty sure they will hit the Red Hood story, because it's 20 years in as Batman, which is something a lot of us fans want. We want to see a more advanced Batman. We always get the first few years. We want 20 years like Ben Affleck, because we'll get Red Hood
Even its
stories.
finale is more of a psychological thriller than a bombastic set piece. The movie's sharp dialogue and heartbreaking turns make Under the Red Hood a tragedy you can't look away from.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about killing Penguin or Scarecrow or Dent. I'm talking about him. Just him. And doing it because he took me away from you.
Number 9, the Lego Batman movie.
I would put that in top 10, but it was still
dressed in
good.
black, listening to angry music and staying up.
I put it in top 20.
Yes, I can, because I'm Batman.
After becoming a breakout star in the Lego movie, this version of Batman got to star in his own solo picture. No one was expecting this plastic facsimile of the Caped Crusader to capture the dark aspects of the character while still remaining true to the Lego universe's happier tone. The relationships that Batman has with Robin, Barbara, and even the Joker of all people are all surprisingly touching in their own ways.
And if it wasn't for you, I never would have learned how connected I am with all these people. And you.
Outside of great character work, the movie's so packed with Easter eggs, references, and Batman movie gags that you'll need to watch it multiple times.
Yeah, I love the references they
did. It
did.
still blows us away that one of the funniest and best constructed stories about the Dark Knight rests on the heads of a few Lego characters.
That was incredible. I felt so jazzed.
I say jazz. I gotta give it to you, Batman. That was awesome.
Number 8. Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, Parts 1 and 2.
Yeah, so you gotta put them together.
Just remembering a promise, Alfred.
Which was?
Never again.
Although this movie adaptation is in 2 parts, we'll put them into one entry because they make up one fantastic story about an old and jaded Batman. When an out-of-practice Bruce puts on the cape again to fight new threats, the Joker's inspired to take more lives. The situation gets so out of hand that the president sends Superman to permanently retire the Bat.
It's crazy.
This is between you and me.
We don't have to do this.
Sure we do.
Since their story is set in the Cold War era, there's lots of sharp and relevant political commentary underneath the superhero action. And speaking of exciting scenes, the fight between the Bat and Man of Steel is one of the best hero versus hero clashes in any medium. Batman himself couldn't have prepped a better comeback story.
I want you to remember that. I wanted to remind you to
Batman
stay out of
always
my
wins.
way.
I love
in all
it.
the years to come in your most private moments, I want you to remember the one man who beat you.
Number 7, The Batman.
Wow, they got it at 7. I had the. Well, I'm not gonna tell you. You can see the video. It's right before this one.
To you?
Before this reaction, I did my
While
ratings.
2022's The Batman
I'm shocked they have it
has
at
great
7.
action sequences, it mainly focuses on the Dark Knight gathering
I would've put it
information
higher.
and solving puzzles to figure out why the Riddler's gone on a rampage. Although the slow burn mystery may not appeal to everyone, there's still plenty to love about
It
this
wasn't
take
that
on the
much of
Caped
a well,
Crusader.
it
Gotham
had
has
slow
never
moments,
felt
but people
more
could
gritty
tell it
and
was
realistic than
slow
it does
burn was
in
too
the
long.
Batman.
It was just
the
right,
city's
in
full
my
of
opinion.
fantastic characters such as the complex and compelling Catwoman and a truly
he's the
unhinged
detective.
Riddler.
Please do not lie.
It was enough action to me. Now for the second one, I do want to see more Batman action,
And
but
standing triumphantly at the center is a commanding
it wasn't
performance
bad.
from Robert
It wasn't like, oh,
Pattinson
it was so
as
slow.
a raw Batman early in his career. He
And I want it to be a
skillfully
3-hour
led
movie
grim
again
mystery
for the next
that
one.
showcased why the Dark Knight is the world's greatest detective.
You're part of this too. How am I part of this? You'll see.
Number 6, The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh man, I don't agree with that one. Dark Knight Rises was good. It wasn't better than the Batman.
If this man is everything that
You'll know if you watch the video I posted in my top 20. You'll see where I put Dark Knight
There
Rises.
was
And you'll see
tons
why I
of
say
hype
that.
for the conclusion of Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy. After Batman sacrifices his standing with
That
the
was a great
GCPD
scene
to
right
save
there.
Gotham, Bane arrives to threaten
And Tom Hardy
the
did a
city.
good job. And
This
Christopher Nolan did a great
imposing
job
new villain
making
manages to tear
how he made
Bruce's
this
life
Bane.
to shreds and successfully take Batman out of commission. In our hero's darkest hour, the audience is left wondering whether Gotham will fall or if anyone can rise to save it.
I fear dying in here while my city burns.
It's crazy. He's Batman. Now in the new Thor coming out, he's the villain.
Then make the climb.
While the movie has a few head-scratching twists that keep it from perfection, it still boasts an iconic performance from Tom Hardy
some
as
head-scratching
Bane.
moments.
He was an excellent final boss during Christian Bale's farewell to his time as Batman. Seeing the hero overcome impossible odds made for an inspiring end to an excellent trilogy.
So you came back to die with your city.
I came back to stop you.
Number 5, Batman.
Yes,
Mask
shout
of
out
the
to Mojo
Phantasm.
putting it at the top 10.
It's gotta
Very
be one
underrated.
or the other. I can't have it both ways. I can't put myself on the line as long as there's someone waiting for me to come home.
Released right between two big-budget live-action movies, Batman Mask of the Phantasm is considered by many fans to be a better film than its contemporary cinema releases.
Yes.
The movie explores how Bruce became dedicated to his mission of being Gotham's protector. At the same time, it highlights his burning desire for a life outside of vigilante justice. Bruce must fight this internal battle while combating the new Phantasm villain. The narrative is full of awe-inspiring writing and
Very good movie.
stupendous vocal work.
There was not one flaw in this movie.
But I didn't see this coming.
Usually, even as a Batman fan, I could
While
choose
Mark
find some
Hamill
flaws. This one didn't have any,
unsurprisingly
in my
kills it
opinion.
as the Joker, Kevin Conroy arguably gives the best Bruce Wayne performance of his career here. Their work helped Mask of the Phantasm become a top-tier interpretation of what it truly means to be Batman.
People said how it didn't do well when it came out. It was just ahead of its time.
That which you fought against. You walk the edge of that abyss every night. But you haven't fallen in, and I thank heaven for that.
Number 4, Batman Returns.
Wow.
I mean, I didn't have that for, but I can't.
Or
I have no hate
is it
towards
just Batman?
Michael Keaton's Batman.
Although this Batman story is set at Christmas, it's far from a jolly tale. After the Penguin emerges from the sewers of Gotham, its citizens begin to suffer. Batman's efforts to stop him are complicated by his love interest Catwoman's thirst for revenge. The relentlessly grim tone and unsettling imagery wasn't widely accepted at first. But over
That's
time,
Tim Burton, though.
fans appreciated
Tim Burton's
the
known
creativity
for that type
and heart
of, like
this
how his
sequel
movies are
contains.
that dark,
While you
gothic
might
feel.
see Penguin
Look
flying
at all
away
his
on a
like, most
convenient
of his
umbrella
list of
one
movies.
moment, the next scene might advance a tragic love story.
Oh my god. Does this mean we have to start fighting?
Let's go outside.
The movie's slick balance of comedic and dramatic plots build up to a shocking and memorable ending. By the time Batman Returns concludes, you'll feel like you've unwrapped a great gift you didn't know you wanted.
I would love
It was really
to live
good.
with you in your castle.
Honestly, I always wish they did one more Michael Keaton movie
Number
in this
3,
universe.
Batman
I would
Begins.
love to see what kind of villain they had and what happened with Catwoman and all that stuff. Because obviously, you see Catwoman at the very end of the movie. I would have loved they did one more.
Nearly a decade after the franchise went underground, Batman Begins
Dang, it was
rekindled
10 years
audience
from Batman and
excitement
Robin to
for
this
the
one?
Dark
Wow,
Knight.
I didn't know that. I
This
forgot
narrative
about it.
jumped around time to chronicle how Bale's Batman came to be. Its relatively grounded and realistic approach to vigilantism instantly set it apart from superhero stories that had come before. However, everyone stayed for the fantastic interpretations of franchise mainstays.
Lost the way.
Yeah, this is very good. Ra's al Ghul. But this is the thing. This is why I want more of the Ben Affleck.
Those push-ups if you can't even lift a bloody log.
That's why I want more of the Ben Affleck, because we get a lot of year one, year two, and that timeline of
all
Batman.
set
I
new
want more
bars
bands
for how
now.
their characters should be portrayed.
Love them,
and
but Ben
Bale
Affleck
stood at
was
the
refreshing
center
because it was
as a
different. It was
strong
never made
contender
like
for
that.
the best Dark Knight of all time. Batman Begins was a fresh start for the character that ultimately kicked off a new era of superhero films.
Let me know in the comments. You like Robert Pattinson's Batman or Kristen Bell's Batman? Which one you like more?
I'm Batman.
Number 2, Batman.
I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
The 1989 Batman movie was a huge gamble. Not only did they cast a comedic actor
from Adam
named
West to
Michael
this
Keaton
was
as
much
the hero,
different.
but they were also going to treat The Dark Knight seriously. Against
they should.
all odds, this movie absolutely worked. Keaton was lauded for his portrayal of a conflicted and heroic Bruce Wayne. Audiences also couldn't get enough of Jack Nicholson's legendary turn as Joker.
Gotham City always brings a smile to my face.
And thanks to inspired production design, Gotham had a unique look that forever changed how we pictured the city.
Yeah.
This movie became so beloved that fans went wild over reports Keaton would appear in a Flash movie.
Yeah, I'm really
after
interested in
he
seeing how
last
he's going to
played
be
the
in the
character.
Flash movie.
It's
And Michael
mind-blowing
Keaton's
to
Batman's
think that a
coming in
once
Batgirl's
risky
movie
project
too.
is now
I wonder
an
how that's going to,
iconic
like, how they going to, like,
influential film.
what are they doing with that?
Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Before we continue, be sure to
But
subscribe
yeah,
to our
I
channel
wonder, I'm
and
like,
ring the
okay,
bell to get notified
Michael
about
Keaton's
our
going to be in the
latest
Batgirl
videos.
and in the
You
Flash
have the
movie.
option to be notified
So
for occasional
Batgirl's not in the
videos or all of
DCEU
them.
or what?
If you're on your phone, make sure
Like,
you
I
go
don't
into
know.
your
It
settings
raises
and
a lot of
switch on
questions.
notifications.
Which I am looking forward to the Batgirl movie
Number
because she...
1, Batman
What?
and Robin.
Oh, this has to be a joke.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
This is a joke. Well, I'm waiting. Because they didn't say
Could
Dark
there
Knight
be
yet.
any doubt? 1997 saw a dramatic shift
Okay, that's
in the
very funny,
paradigm
but-
of Batman movies. And, oh boy, we can't even joke about
Okay,
it.
it really
top
talking about
Batman
surprise.
movie is
Okay, Mojo,
definitely
you
not
got me.
this
I'm about
poorly
you got
scripted,
me there.
Terribly acted, awfully characterized, over
I was
the top
about to turn this
toy
video
commercial.
off.
The true number 1 is the one this list deserves and needs right now. Number 1.
Thank you.
The
I was gonna say they didn't do the Dark Knight
You
yet.
want order.
That's my
in
number
Gotham.
1 too.
Batman must take off his mask and turn himself in. Oh, and every day he doesn't, people will die.
Largely considered
That
to
scene
be
in the
one
movie
of the
theaters when you
best
went to go.
thrillers
Oh man,
of
everybody
all
was
time.
quiet.
The Dark
Especially
Knight is
the
the
look
pinnacle
at me.
of
Oh
Batman
man,
movies.
everybody was like,
This crime drama pits Bale's Caped
Ooh,
Crusader
okay.
against
It shook you a
Heath
little
Ledger's
bit.
Academy Award-winning Joker. Their story is excellently paced, brilliantly acted, and contains twists that not even the world's greatest detective could see coming. Although it could have leaned into CGI for its set pieces, a commitment to practical stunts made each action scene feel visceral.
I'm looking forward to
And
seeing
we don't
more of
even
Matt
know
Reeves'
which
Joker
incredibly
now.
quotable line to highlight.
He doesn't have
first.
to be the main villain, but he can be like
Is it the
the second or
scars?
third option. You know, Joker sometimes come at the end or something like that. He don't have to be the main
The
one.
engrossing tale was considered so significant that it was preserved in the Library of Congress. Generations from now, The Dark Knight will still be seen as one of the most important Batman films ever made.
Of all time. Still my number 1. I love Matt Reeves' Batman, but The Dark Knight is something else. The
Dark Knight.
Do you agree with our picks?
Alright, well that was a long video, but yeah. They got me for that Batman and Robin, bro. They got me. I was about to say, but anyway, yeah, The Dark Knight, even now. And I know people will say well, not everybody, but some people are like, I'm tired of seeing the Joker. I don't want him the next Batman. Joker, do you realize Joker, you know, I can go all day about it, but no, I'm just going to say this. No, I want the Joker. He don't have to be the main one, but I want to see him. They can't show that ending with him and Riddler laughing and not have them come back. Or that scene that is another legendary Joker scene. If y'all know, look on YouTube, or if you have the Batman, there's a special feature. There's like a 5-minute scene where Batman and Joker are talking in the Robert Pattinson one. I want that in another movie. Now, like I said, he doesn't have to be the main one. You know, it can be the Court of Owls or whoever, and then Joker with the Riddler or something's after, like, the second or third, but I want that Joker. I want that. Joker's my favorite villain. He can be in everyone, far as I care. And if you realize a lot of the successful Batman movies, who is the villain in there? Joker. That relationship between them two, it makes the movie amazing. Like I said, they don't have to be the main villain, but like I heard before Heath Ledger passed away that they had plans of having Heath Ledger's Joker come back with Bane. Not with Bane, like they're working together, but he was like in the second hand. Who knows how great Dark Knight Rises would have been if Heath Ledger Joker broke out of prison with Bane. Oh man, bro, that would have been amazing. But no, I do not remove Joker. Like, people, I'm tired of it. Like, no, real Batman fans gonna be like, no, put the Joker in there, just have him right, just make him right, you know. But no, he don't have to be the main one, or he can. I could care less. He could be the main one, as far as I care. Obviously, it's working. The Joker movie won the Academy Award. People say that wasn't going to succeed. It succeeded. Obviously, Heath Ledger, Mask of the Phantasm. Joker wasn't, it's, no. I want to see that Joker, that Matt Reeves Joker in action. Like I said, he don't have to be the main one, but it'll be cool. But anyway, let me know what y'all think of Mojo's top 10 and also what I just said, right, with the Joker. But yeah, thank y'all so much for tuning in. And yeah, this video's been kind of long, but I'll see y'all later. Can y'all please help support the channel? I would appreciate it by trying to get up in the numbers here. But yeah, thank y'all so much. I'll see you later.